Welcome to Jurassic Park. Hey, oh my Planet friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today we're featuring not one, but two Jurassic Park inspired roller coasters. Absolutely stellar. Love to see this twist on Planet Coaster, seeing people use pieces in creative ways we've never seen before, and showcasing how close you can actually represent the Jurassic Park theme with the scale tool and pieces that are currently in Planet Coaster 2. We're pushing the game to its limits and showcasing what we can do with this game, and I'm absolutely excited for today's episode. So why don't we delay no further and get right on into it. Our first creation of today is going to be Velocicoaster, created by Spooks1, an unranked builder in this community and now a builder. And also, they're building this creation here today on a PS5. And boy, oh boy, this looks just as good as anything I've seen done on PC. In fact, we have seen a Velocicoaster creation in the past here, or in the early weeks of Planet Coaster 2's release. And I did make some comments and critiques that I would love to see some of those Jurassic Park theme elements in the actual coaster itself. And that's what we're getting here today, showcasing how it can be done, how you can achieve that with the pieces in Planet Coaster 2. And I'm super excited about it. So our creator here says, "Hello, I've always wanted to submit a creation of my own, but never was able to due to being on console. This creation started," and what they mean by that is Planet Coaster 1, you could not share with PC, but Planet Coaster 2, you can. So let's welcome the console community, everybody. They're doing some amazing stuff. So, and they also said, but I couldn't because of the memory limit. So I decided just to make the whole Jurassic Park area inspired by Velocicoaster. I wanted to test and see how detailed I could get. I struggled a lot due to being on a PS5, but I hope you enjoy my first ever creation. All right, so I'm assuming what they said here is they hit a memory limit on the PlayStation 5 as if they wanted to do more, but what I'm seeing here is quite enough. It looks more than enough. It looks very sensational. So we're going to check out the Velocicoaster that's inspired by the Velocicoaster. And then we're going to hop over and check out another Jurassic Park coaster right after this. So let's dive on into it. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Look at the way the trees are blowing. This is hilarious. All right, a couple things to point off right away. I love what you did here with the little lights there. I think those are from the aquatic pack, right? And then you just put it in with these cylinders and scaled them up, and then you made these fences. And I mean, this looks exactly like what you would see in Jurassic Park. These spotlights are really, really cool as well. Again, I feel like I've said this a few times in the last upcoming videos and past videos, is what we're looking at here I don't recognize. Nothing here I recognize. People are finding ways to use the pieces in creative ways. Now that you can scale objects in Planet Coaster 2, the opportunities are limitless. However, it takes a lot more effort, and we'll take a look at the part count after, but I'm assuming this is like a ridiculous amount of pieces because of all the micro details. Oh, look at that. We have a little Velociraptor there made out of basic shapes. That's looking absolutely amazing. But yeah, I really like this, the way you did the fencing here. And these buildings are really cool. Made out of the corrugated metal. The meaty meat selling raptor meats. Look at that. Wait, what is that? It's a little sack scaled down. Oh my god, it's a little rice sack or something. That is amazing. That's really, really cool. And again, this is done on a console. I'm assuming that, you know, it's probably, I mean, I have a controller in front of me. I got the B-roll with the controller. I have a hard time getting B-roll with the controller, yet alone playing the game. So we gotta give it up for our console community here, because I feel like I've featured a few things either upcoming or previously just featured where console creators were blowing us away with what they're able to do, and I love to see it. This is just ridiculously good. So this is not a recreation of the Velocicoaster, let's be clear on that. Although I would love to see somebody do that. However, this is just inspired by, and I still think you nailed it. Like, what you're going for, this heavy steel, the way they capture raptors in the Jurassic Park series, this gives me that feeling. Like, I know there's raptors nearby just looking at the way that this is constructed. And I think that is a telltale that you've absolutely nailed the theme and aesthetic that you're going for. So here we go. We got a coaster that's 130 seconds in duration, 1.2 kilometers in length, 100 kilometers per hour, and 0 scenery rating. Why did that happen? I think we'll kick things off with a front bumper. Let's check it out. Wow, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. A lot less intense than the actual Velocicoaster. However, there's something about the way you did the music and the jungle. I was very immersed, and I really enjoyed the experience. It was a unique experience. You delivered your own, and I really like that. So it also appears we have nighttime lighting. When I originally opened up the creation, it was all at night. So I figure, you know, we should respect the creator's decision to add a lot of nighttime lighting and see what it's all about. So let's check it out once again at nighttime, and we'll do Back of the Train. I like that little bit of pink in there. That's really quite nice. I thought that was really cool. I think this is the first time I've ever seen somebody time their coaster or match their coaster to the music. As we were waiting for it to launch, the music starts to ramp up, and then the moment it hits that kind of peak, the coaster launches. And I don't know how you did that. Maybe you just listen to the soundtrack or try to time it out in a way, but I find that like really neat. It's just a subtle touch. Now let's take a look at the overall creation from a bird's eye view and talk about it a little bit. This is one of the best, I would say, jungle adventure vibes that I've gotten from a lot of the creations so far. I mean, you have that Jurassic Park, it has to have that jungle feel, and you absolutely nailed it. It doesn't give me Planet Coaster Tropical Resort vibes at all. It gives me Planet Coaster 1 Adventure DLC vibes. And I think that's really important to distinguish the two, right? And then you've added that Jurassic Park theming in, and I feel it. I feel the Jurassic Park immersion. I think it's really, really quite fantastic. Coaster layout was good as well. And if we count all the piece count, we're sitting at 10,000 pieces. It's actually less than I thought it would be, but that's still a lot. You could kind of break it up into two pieces if you reduce some of these trees and make it a two-part blueprint, which you can share with the community by using the alignment cube trick. That could be a potential possibility, but nonetheless, it serves on its own as a good standalone creation. So I do understand that the PlayStation has a limit, and I do know that somebody submitted something that recently featured that had 30,000 pieces on a PS5. So I'm really curious to know like what that limit actually is. Let me see if I can figure that out. The first thing that came up on Google was 15,000 pieces, but that definitely seems wrong because I've seen a creation that did 30. So I really don't know what the proper answer is in terms of what the limitations are, but you know, we're still yet to see what you can do on the PlayStation 5 to push it to its limits. And what I have seen so far between this and a few other console creations, even though there is a limitation and it prevents you from going further, the experiences that these creators are making are exquisite. They're exceptional. Right? And it just sucks that you have to stop there and move on to a new project because of your memory limit. So, but that's why I want to shine a light on these console creators, right? You know, if they're going to have to move on to another project and they can't build all of Jurassic Park, what you could do if you want, you can find somebody that's on PC and you can team up with them. So what you could do is you build this amazing creation and then you add somebody on PC as a collaborator, and then they continue to add more going beyond the console limit, which means from there, you won't be able to actually open up the park again because you're on a console, but PC players will be. So what you could do is you could contribute to a park, a collaboration, by doing one of these big set pieces. Then the creator takes it from there, and then you continue to make more Jurassic Park things that are 4,000 to 8,000 pieces, and you continuously hand them over to the person on PC, who then picks them up and pieces them together and helps finish the park, and then we can look at it there. So I think if you have somebody that plays on PC and you're on console, you can have that PC member help break your limitations, if that makes sense. So there is a way where we can kind of push console to its limit, and console can at least be involved in the process of building one of these PC mega parks, right? So that's very cool. So I just want to bring that to everyone's attention. But this creation, as it stands, is really, really well done, especially on a console. I mean, I would say it's really well done on a PC, right? You've done everything to the level of a PC builder, and you've done that with a controller and within the constraints that have been put on you, and I think it's really, really outstanding stuff. And I love to see this new kind of look and feel to theming in Planet Coaster 2. It's phenomenal. It's really, really, really well done. So let's give it up to our new creator to this community, our new builder. In fact, I think I'm also going to bump you up to advanced builder with this because you are building way above a builder quality. So I'm going to make a note of that here. And now let's hop over to our next creation of the day, the Tyrannicoaster, or Tyrannicoaster. Let's go check it out. All right, our next creation of the day is the Tyrannicoaster, created by Shay, an unranked and now builder in this community. And here they say, this is my first ever time playing Planko, and I wanted to see what I could create over this Thanksgiving break. So obviously this was done over Thanksgiving. Tyrannicoaster is a multiverse coaster with multiple dino encounters while traversing the jungle. The best time to ride is during the rain at night. Also, I really messed up the station. That's all right. We'll talk about it. Let's get into this. All right. That's a quick look at some of the stuff there. With this corrugated metal stuff that we're seeing, using some of that aquatic pieces, does feel very Jurassic Park-y. You can see a lot of the tropical resort stuff ripped straight out of Planko. This is pre-built stuff by Frontier. But I think if you used it in a way and altered it and removed some of that color and added more of that wood, this stuff could actually be modified to give that Jurassic Park thatchy feel. And then mixed in with this corrugated metal stuff, I actually think we can build the Jurassic Park theme park. From the last creation to this one, we're going to be seeing some elements that actually make it a reality. But to the previous point that I made in the last creation is that there was a distinct feel between tropical resort and adventure jungle, where you can see here, this does have that tropical resort feel rather than an adventure DLC, and that is just because of the vibrant colors and the pre-made pieces. I think you have to really tone that down. Love these helicopters, by the way. That is freaking brilliant. Those are great little blueprints. They're just little fun animatronics. I love the way they look, and as we go a little bit deeper, we will see some dinosaurs as well. They said they messed up the boarding station. They called it out, so I don't have to, but yes, it's a giant box. But I think there's a lot of redeeming qualities that obviously, the first creation being a Jurassic Park creation, it makes sense to bundle these together. It's not like I get a whole lot of Jurassic Park coasters, and in fact, I only have 2. There's the test results if you want to see them. They has not been tested, even though it has been tested. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, this is some interesting music. Anyways, let's check this out. There we go. Little raptors, and you move them on the animatronics. You can make their mouths open if you added an extra rotator. So that would be cool, but I think they look great. The track moves, the track turns, love it. But these are some great concepts. The Jurassic Park sign needs some work, as we saw from the last one. But look at this T-Rex here. Oh, gulpy. It's amazing. The broken fence there. Absolutely incredible. I don't know what those spiky dinos are called, but we have those. Brontosaurus, maybe? No. I don't know what they're called. I'm not going to try. Again, with the broken fences, the flip jeeps. Feeling very Jurassic Parky. I like these big stacks there, too. You can sense there's been some danger and destruction. There. Oh, he's riding his back. I could be your backpack. Oh, you're right. Oh my god. Some helicopters. It's fun. And is it letting us off at a separate... No, it's the same station. So... less to talk about here. This is more of a beginner builder to the community. They are doing this on PC, and, you know, the queue needs some work, boarding station needs some work. Coaster was pretty fun, but then there's, like, all this fencing stuff. So they went with the chains, and I could definitely see a distinct improvement from the creation before this on how the fencing looks a little bit more realistic as opposed to these big chains. But the big chains also do the trick. I look at those and I go, yeah, Jurassic Park, right? The flip jeeps is smart, and these dinos, we didn't get actually a good look at these. That's a bit unfortunate, but this one's having a bad day. These guys are awesome. They're really well done. I mean, really well done. I like them. And you can take it one step further and, you know, you can have this as one piece, this is another piece, and this is another piece. And you can have that wagging back and forth, or you can have the body kind of moving a little bit. So you can have the T-Rex, you can make its mouth open up. This is a pretty awesome Gulpy, a big T-Rex. I think it's really well done. Again, with the ability to scale things in Planet Coaster, we're able to see some of this stuff come together. And I think, you know, learning from the creation before this and taking some of those elements from the metalworks and the Jurassic Park gates and all those things, mixed in with the creators' dinos in this one, we keep pushing those boundaries, the little helicopters and stuff, bringing all those things together as a community. I think there's certain elements that some people do really well, like the dinosaurs and the helicopters and little pieces like that. And then the coaster and the realism and all that from the previous creation, you know, you could take the skills and assets of the different creators and what they're good at, what they excel at, combine them together. And I do believe a Jurassic Park would be very much possible in Planet Coaster 2. Even if you're on a console, you can create things in pieces and send them over to somebody who assembles it on PC. So I'm absolutely in love with this, because I got to tell you guys, over the 8 years of doing Planet Coaster 1, I don't think anybody ever has made a full-fledged, wow, you did it. Yeah, you did Jurassic Park. You did the Jurassic Park. I've always seen pieces. I've seen a recreation of a Jurassic Park ride here, a Velocicoaster, or, you know, we even saw in the Jeff Goldblum park, somebody did a section of Jurassic Park, but it was just a section. It was just the entrance. And that's what we always see. We see the welcome center from Jurassic Park and then a coaster, or we see a, you know, it's always been a fragment of Jurassic Park. Whereas I think now we can actually just do it. And I wanted to highlight this here today and show you guys that it is possible, and I am 100% convinced that it is now possible, and I hope you guys agree with me. Even down to the little dinosaurs, if we start animating them and doing stuff with them, I don't care that they're a little bit derpy and they're a little bit cartoony because of the basic shapes. I'm sure somebody out there can make the anatomy of them a little bit more accurate. You can have the muscular structure of it pop a little bit more, but still, it's very, very good nonetheless. So I'm kind of excited for the future of how things can come together and how we can use a little bit of the tropical vibe mixed in with the aquatic pack and actually come up and pull off Jurassic Park creation. So hopefully this gets you guys inspired. Any Jurassic Park fans out there, if you like the video, give it a like, give it a sub. And if you guys want to download these and take a look at them and see what our creators have done, if you want to go give a stab at Jurassic Park, I'm very much interested in returning to this theme in the future and seeing what you guys can do. So share codes will be down in the description below. So let's give a shout out to our creators here today. Spooks1, and now an advanced builder, and Shay, a builder. Welcome to the community, you guys, and thank you for sharing your creations with us here. And that is going to do it for today's episode of Coaster Spotlight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye now.